Kung Jin is his bread and butter, is what he's had success with, but he is going to go for Katana again. Now, just to give you guys a quick introduction, we're going into this game right now. It's EU veteran for MKX versus long-time MKX veteran from the CIS. Now, this is going to be a great matchup.
Now, Sakr0n did come so close to defeating Perfect Legend in the ESL Season 2 Finals. He did defeat Undead Jim and Foxy Grandpa at the Season 2 Finals, but that was with Kung Jin. Looks like he is going to be opting to go back to Royal Storm Katana, but Jupe going for Cutthroat Kano. Interesting how he's doing it in this matchup, considering small hitbox characters are quite
nice
hard to hit.
Poke on that from Jupe, that risky read, but it is going to pay off. Now here's the worry. We see quite often Sakr0n will start out with Katana, and it actually won't work out all the time. He always ends up going to Kung Jin and then having better results. I almost wonder why he sticks with Katana in these tournaments, because to be honest, his Kung Jin does actually bring him a little bit more success. Tagged by the low though! That's going to be a full combo from Sakr0n, and this could be comeback territory. Katana does hit like a truck, especially in Royal Storm. I mean, and he is in the corner as well. One more of those and he's going to be forced to break. But blocks it this time. There's the plus frames. Oh no, scalps it! And that was really nice from Jupe. That was a good call. That was a good call right there. Counter poke, but if Katana, I mean, she hasn't got amazing mids, right? They're quite slow compared to some characters. So counter poke into meter burn, instant down 4, that's going to chew up a lot of her punish attempts.
Oh, so to give you guys a little bit of history on Jupe, this guy's been playing Kano since day 1, all 3 variations. And he has, I mean, most of the time I see him play, it's with Cutthroat, and this guy knows exactly how to enforce those 50-50s, especially now that Cutthroat's been improved, but at the same time, just really good counter-poking, really good use of that down 4, and again, make the new buff to make that up slash a bit safer.
Now, I love the fact that Jupe went immediately into the counter-poke. Oh, nice call on that. Sakr0n going for the back 1-4. Jupe pressing too many buttons. That's going to be a full combo, but I like the fact that Jupe basically called him on that one and said, immediately, I'm going to counter-poke after the string. So you might be reluctant to press a button afterwards. The second Sakr0n becomes reluctant to press a button, it allows Jupe to be a little bit more creative on the offense. But unfortunately, Jupe, he means you have to use that breaker. That's going to be big set damage.
I think it was less to not take the damage and more to just keep Sakr0n in the corner where he didn't have the screen to work with. But at the same time, wonderful tech. But at the same time, Sakr0n now has all this screen behind him. But he's going to stay in his space as long as he can. Oh, wow, wonderful use of... There we go. Going to use the corner repositioning on the meter burn. Knife all goes to the damage buff.
That low profiling down 4. I wonder how that's going to fare. Oh, unfortunately, going to eat a full combo. This won't kill, but it'll come very, very close to it. I think it's more a matter of either keeping him nice and close or sending him full screen and zoning him out for the rest of the game, which it looks like Sakr0n is going to try and do.
Now, this is going to be difficult for Jupe because no longer can he use his armor to absorb hits because he just doesn't have the health to take it. Wonderful
whip punish!
Wow, whip punish. Oh, tries to win it, but doesn't have the stamina. Jupe goes to the counter poke, but doesn't get it.
He's still alive.
Doesn't punish.
He's still alive. I mean, this could still be a comeback. Oh no, the mid-hitting second fan on that meter burn is going to catch Jupe. Trying to low profile that fan. Not quite working out. Sakr0n is going to take game 1. Now, I think Jupe was off to a really good start. It was basically just, I think early on he actually got hit by a couple of mix-ups that weren't mix-ups. The back 1-4 into meter burn fan. I mean, that will only ever go low. But he just caught sleeping, really. And Jupe 1 game down already.
No, I think it's entirely a possibility we might see him change variations sometimes.
You think Cybernetic might help in the matchup?
Honestly, if someone's going to know it, it's going to be Jupe. Because this guy knows Kano like inside and out. And to be fair, it's not like the projectiles were giving him so much trouble. It was just the sheer damage he was taking. And at the same time, Cutthroat's got 50-50s. You have to hold them.
Coach Steve, I know you're watching. Would you use Cutthroat or Cybernetic in this matchup? Genuinely curious.
Let us know, man. Hashtag MKX Pro League. Give us a shout. We're moving into game 2. Sakr0n's got
he tries to catch.
Wonderful read.
I'm not sure if that was an anti-air attempt. Oh, and he gets the wake up. That isn't going to quite secure the first hit. Now, unfortunately, Royal Storm, and I was just about to say, having those 2 bars gives her the extra reversal with the meter burn fan. It makes her incredibly dangerous. Robbing that first hit, very important, but Jupe, unfortunately, giving it up.
Opts to finish the string, just goes to the block. Oh, but Jupe caught sleeping, and no, another NJP. Have to be so careful when you're trying to deal with that jump, and that's a wonderful punish from Sakr0n. Jupe just playing a little bit too unsafe right now, and Sakr0n making him pay.
That's going to be a good chunk of damage once again, sending him full screen. Jupe was on the verge of making a great comeback in game 1. Can he do it again? Oh, nice poke with that fan lift. Only possible in Royal Storm. Making that fan lift actually advance forward. Catching those button presses. Great call by Sakr0n.
Jupe's got to be careful sticking that limb out because he's going to walk into the fan. It's going to give Sakr0n a lot of momentum. Nice down 4 to get under.
Is he going to counter poke? Oh no, blocks the reversal but gets tagged anyway. You hate that. Could have been a full combo punish, but Jupe caught by the second hit of the reversal. Gets the stagger.
He's been trying to condition Sakr0n to block the uppercut knife, the down back 1 after every single 4-2-1. So he's starting to do low pokes instead.
Oh, nice. Catches overhead. Sakr0n has to break. Kano in Cutthroat having some of the highest corner damage in the game. Counter pokes with the safer meter burn up ball. And that's going to be a not really a full combo, because unfortunately the first it did whiff. Nice grab, putting him back into the corner. Chip might do it at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not sure there's much Sakr0n can do. Tries to jump out the corner. I respect it.
He had to.
But still in the corner. If Jupe doesn't let him out, he could take this game. But if
This is where
Sakr0n gets that
Cutthroat-
screen to work with, he is in trouble.
That's where Cutthroat wants you to be, right in that corner for the max damage of the 50-50s. Capitalizing off the 50-50s. Harder in the corner than mid-screen.
Or catches him backdashing. Let's be careful. Stacks into throw, but Jupe does get the down 3.
I mean, that's an interesting punish. Sakr0n's trying to punish with things that are whiffing because of just the hitbox on that meter burn ball recovery. But Sakr0n in a great situation right now. Jupe needs to get in and stay in.
He's approaching a break, but I don't think we'll see him use it. He's got one more chance to break out before he dies, but
those two bars could kill. Those two bars.
Has him in the corner, though.
Oh, nice conversion.
Nice. Good block on the 50-50 by Sakr0n, but Jupe gets him with the down 4, keeps him in there. Nice stagger on the throw, but Sakr0n has that uppercut available.
Is a wake up coming?
Oh, and he gets hit by it. No! Has a breaker available. Is he going to go for the unbreakable? No! Forces the breaker out of him.
Oh, on the ropes, that grab is going to take it. 2-0 at the moment, Sakr0n versus Jupe. I mean, one thing we're not seeing, which I don't think Jupe likes to do, is Kano and Cutthroat can meter burn his buff. And when you use it in strings, it can actually give him some really, really solid plus frames, which gives him some good frame traps and nice ways in. It just damages him when he uses the buff. Now, Jupe doesn't really like using that buff outside of meterlessly after the hard knockdown of a Kano ball. But in some of these situations, I mean, almost, I'd like to see him go for the meter burn buff block strings at least once, just to try and
you kind of have to be careful, really, because it is a really good attack, because it does give Cutthroat some insane damage output if you use the damage buff, but it does take about 14 to 15% health off Kano. If you let it take, I mean, you can turn it off. If you're using a bar to get damage increased, you end up turning it off. You've kind of just wasted the bar.
No,
if you haven't
catches the anti-air again. That is the katana special, really. Lifting in the air right as the opponent's going to try and anti-air you. Almost gives us some free jumps as well. A very strong mechanic. Oh, nice whiff punish. Doesn't quite get a full combo, though. I'm pretty sure that could have been a forward 2-1-2.
I think you tried to run in for the 50-50, but unfortunately didn't have the stamina to do so. And again, another fake out from Sakr0n just to smack him down.
He's getting a lot of mileage. JP. He's getting a lot of mileage out of those dodges in the air. Nice delay wake up, but I mean, all a bit bleak.
Some jumping. Oh, catches overhead, meter burns the attack just to get max damage, but will drop it. No!
Crucial combo drop. Not only losing damage, but whiffing that 1-1-2 right in Sakr0n's face, ready for a full combo. Gets the splat on the overhead.
That's without a doubt the hardest pill to swallow about dropping that specific combo in that point, is that you are completely punishable if they quick rise. And unfortunately, Jupe will pay for it, but does try punish, but Sakr0n with a breaker available to keep himself safe.
Oh, gets tagged again. Sakr0n not afraid. Has to break. That's going to be the round. I'm so worried for Jupe right now. Has no stamina. Looking really bad. Catches the down 3.
I think right now Jupe just has to slow it down to a pace. Oh no, oh no, there's the run-in throw. Cheeky stuff from Sakr0n. Knows he's going to be sitting there waiting for the meter burn fan, but we'll get a throw instead.
Match point for Sakr0n right now. Nice read on the reflect. I don't know if that was intentional, but I mean, Jupe hasn't really opted to go for any projectiles, because I know he understands. I don't think Kano in Cutthroat can outzone Katana. But that's why I'm actually surprised we haven't seen the change to Cybernetic, because you get those mid-hitting, fast-recovering knives.
I mean, Katana just one of those characters you have to be so careful when she's approaching you in the air, because normally, especially when you've got a down 2, as good as Kano's like that, you instinctively just want to anti-air someone every time they leave the ground, but she can change her jump arc at so many different times. You have to be so careful.
Getting caught on those fake-outs every single time. I mean, he gets away with a couple of uppercuts, and I just don't think that's sufficient, I don't think catching the occasional uppercut is worth getting full combo punish for that. And speaking of full combo punish, has to break. Looking really bleak from right now. Can't get the full combo punish, and he's going to get caught in a bad situation. That's going to be it. Sakr0n catching the brutality. 3-0. See you later, mate. Jupe, unfortunately, is going to go out, and Sakr0n is going to move on. Russia came to play.
Knock another win onto the board. So Harry Nightmare goes down, but Sakr0n advances.
That was. I mean, they're playing well. They're playing incredibly well right now. Sakr0n, one of the most consistent CIS players using Katana. I know I mentioned that he seems to lose quite often with Katana in tournament and then change to Kung Jin. But I think against Kano, he just must have really. I mean, it's no mystery that Jupe plays Kano, right? He is a character specialist. The only I guess mix-up will come from what variation does he pick. But we also know that Cutthroat is his jam. If he's that confident in the matchup, as you can clearly see, I mean, that's exactly why Sakr0n went for that really smart Katana pick. So well played.
Well, Cutthroat just seems to be the most versatile